Hello everyone, my name is Erin. I am going to be teaching today's cycle. A few things before we get started. Make sure you have water, a towel if you need it. We've got about 30 minutes of work today, so if you feel like you need a towel for that long, go ahead and grab one. If you need help setting up your bike at all, if you're on a bike and you're not that familiar with it, I can show you that in a second. But before we get started, make sure you have everything you need. There will be a playlist I will be providing to Spotify. So first, to get adjusted on our bike, you want to make a 90-degree angle with your leg like this, just like that. And then you can line it up next to your saddle height. So wherever your saddle height is where your hips should be. You want to make sure those are lined up together. And then for your handlebars, that's about your comfort and I'd say your experience level. You don't want to be like hunched over so your back hurts the whole time. You don't want to be too close to the handlebars, but you also don't want to feel like you're reaching for them at all. So you can adjust that based on your height and where your saddle is first. And then while you're pedaling, just make sure you have a slight bend in your legs the whole time. Even when you're pushing down, you don't want your leg to be totally straight when you're pushing down, and you don't want it to be like cramping when you're pulling up. So just keep that in mind, and that goes along with your saddle height too. You can just adjust accordingly. So we'll hop on the bike today. If you have special cycle shoes like I do, feel free to use them. Whoops. All right. So what I usually do is, for the playlist, I'll count down from 3 and then just hit the play button. Make sure your music isn't on shuffle. We're gonna go right in order of how the playlist is set up. So I'm gonna go in 3, 2, 1. Start this first song here. We're just gonna get into our warm-up today. Point of the warm-up is to just kind of get our heart rate up, get our legs warmed up. During your warm-up, we want to find our way to our flat road right here. So your flat road, you want to feel like you have a little bit of resistance beneath you, but nothing too much. You don't want to feel like you're climbing up a hill. But if you feel like you're out of control, like your hips are bouncing in the saddle, you feel like your knees are out of control, add in some more gear. So kind of play around with the resistance on your bike. It'll probably be a knob like this, depending on how your bike is. People's flat roads are different, so yours might be different one day or compared to the previous, so just kind of adjust to that. You want to have a light grip on the handlebars. You want to keep that core engaged, keep our shoulders relaxed. We're pedaling with those feet flat, kind of like scraping gum off the bottom of our shoe. Keep that chest up, imagine you're proud. I don't have RPMs or gear numbers in front of me today, so we're just going to be going based on how it feels. I'll reference to some RPMs, just kind of the general points during the class. We are about just over 90 seconds into this warm-up here, getting those legs adjusted, pushing and pulling, still at our flat road here. And right here, we're gonna add in a little bit more resistance. It should still feel light, not like you're going up a heavy hill. You should still be able to pedal, be able to sustain this pace. And we're gonna lift it up, bring those legs up. This is second position here. Use this for jumps, or if you want an active recovery, kind of flush out your legs. And right here, sit it back down to first, keep those hips back. We're gonna add in a little bit more gear. Starting to feel like a hill. A little bit of a heavy resistance right here. We're gonna bring those hands out, lift those hips up. You wanna keep those hips back, hovering over the saddle. You should feel the saddle in between your legs. Keep a leg up on those handlebars still. We're still pedaling with those feet flat. Still pushing and pulling. Getting that heart rate up a little bit more right here. Getting that blood flowing. Right here, sit it back. You can take off that gear, head back to your flat road. Got just a few more seconds left in this warm up. Grab some water if you need it. Before we get into our first working song. Our first working song, we've got rolling hills coming up. So we're gonna start off heading up a hill. We're gonna bring it back down. And right here, whenever you're ready, whenever you feel like you've caught your breath, I want you to find a small hill somewhere in between the gear you added for second position, definitely above that, maybe a little bit less than what you would add for third position. Finding that small hill, just getting started here, still getting our heart rate up a little bit more. Remember to keep pushing and pulling. Hills are always good to focus on your form. You tend to lose it. Just keeping those shoulders relaxed. Keep a neutral spine while your core is engaged. Keep a leg grip on those handlebars. Keep on pushing right here. We're almost up that first hill. When we take it back down, we want to leave a little bit of gear on above our flat road. And we're going to take that gear off in 3, 2, 1. Keep a little bit on, and we're going to pick up our pace a little bit, pick up those RPMs, pick up our speed, whatever you want to call it. Make sure you have a little bit above your flat road just to stay in control. Keep it going, keep pedaling. Starting to get a little sweaty here. For 3, 2, 1. Slow it down. While we're slowing it down, we're gonna add in that second hill. Gets steeper again, that's okay. Don't be afraid of that hill. Keep on pushing here. You can go back to that resistance you had last time, finding that small hill, or if you want a little bit of a challenge, try adding a little bit more gear in. If last time was too heavy for you, you weren't able to sustain it, try taking a little bit of gear off. Still pushing and pulling here. We've got just about 2 minutes to go here. Keep pushing and pulling with me. Taking deep breaths, inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. Trying to get as much oxygen in as possible. This hill's a little bit longer. Keep pushing for just a little bit more. That's okay. Getting into our work here, getting it in. Still heading up this hill, just a few more seconds right here. Keep pushing, come on. I know you can do this. Few more seconds for 3, 2, 1. Take that gear out. Keep a little bit on, enough to keep you in control. Picking up that speed, picking up those RPMs. Come on, keep pedaling with me here. Stay with me. If you feel like you're out of control bouncing in the saddle, knees are out of control, try adding in a little bit more resistance. For 3, 2, 1. Slow it down. You can head back to that flat road. Grab some water, take a second to recover. recovery is just as important as the work. You want to make sure you have enough energy left to finish the exercise, finish the class. Right here we have got some sprints coming up. We've got 2 30-second intervals. Same thing as last time. Whenever we pick up our speed, we want to have a little bit of gear on just to protect our knees. Add some stability in. So right here I want you to add a little bit of gear. If you have RPMs in front of you, we're going to be going 90 to 110 RPMs. Right here, I want you to speed it up a little bit. Have that gear on. We're starting to accelerate. And let's go in 3, 2, 1. First sprint, 30 seconds. Let's go. Come on, keep pushing with me. Keep it going. Almost there. Halfway. Let's finish it out. Right to the finish line. Come on, keep it going. Almost there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job, slow it down. You can head back to your flat road in first position if you want. Or you can keep that gear on, head up to second. Maybe flush those legs out a little bit. Whatever you're comfortable with. Grab some water. You've got one more sprint coming up in this song. Take this time to breathe. Inhale and exhale. Letting that oxygen come in. Maybe readjust your posture, your form. Shoulders relaxed, core engaged. Pushing and pulling, pedaling with those feet flat. Let's add that resistance back on. Start to accelerate off this runway right here. Let's get into the second sprint in 3, 2, 1. Second and last sprint. Let's go. Come on. Keep pushing. If you feel like you're out of control, add some more resistance in. Don't be afraid to add it. Bring that intensity. Bring that fire. Let's go. Still pushing and pulling. Almost there, more than halfway. For 3, 2, 1. Awesome job, slow it down. Take a few seconds to recover. While you're recovering, we've got a hill coming up, an uphill climb. You have a few seconds here to catch your breath. Grab some water. And then whenever you feel like you're ready, I want you to meet me on a small hill, just like in that first song, or the Rolling Hills, our second song. Meet me on that small hill, just a little bit of resistance comes in, nothing too crazy. You can sustain it, it's not that hard, but you definitely feel a little bit more gear come in than your flat road. Just gradually getting into this hill. Don't be afraid of it. You can do this. You can conquer this hill. Take those deep breaths. Keep that form in check. Keep it going. We're just about 1 minute and 20 seconds into this hill here. Let's turn up that intensity. I want you to bring a little bit of a steeper hill in. Maybe finding that moderate or medium-sized hill, somewhere around there. It's a little bit harder than your small hill, but you can still sustain it. Try saying that 3 times fast. We're still pushing and pulling. We're still moving. We're conquering this hill right here, right now. Let's keep it going. Stay with me all the way to the top. Keep it going. We're more than halfway there. Almost there, come on. Once we're halfway, we've got to finish it out. You did half of it already. You've got less than half to go. You can do it. Come on, keep going. Right here, we're gonna add in a little bit more gear. We wanna make sure we have enough gear on to lift us up and out into third position. And whenever you're ready, I want you to meet me up and out. Make sure you can keep those hips stable, those hips back, hovering over the saddle, keeping those legs in control, keeping a moderate pace here. If you need to add a little bit more gear to stay in control, go for it. Right here, sit it back. I want you to find the top of that hill with about 30 seconds to go here. Bring it back up and out into third. Come on, 30 seconds, let's go. Almost there. Finish it out with me, I'm right there with you. Come on, let's keep on going. Keep on pushing. Come on, a few more seconds. For 3, 2, 1. Sit it back. Take that gear out slowly. Head back to that flat road. Grab some water. Take a second. Take some deep breaths. This song right here, we're gonna bring it up and out into third position again. We're gonna increase our pace while we're up there, speed it up a little bit. We don't want it to be as fast as a sprint. That's why we have that gear on. Just wanna get that heart rate up a little bit. Right here, just recover in first position. Take those deep breaths before we add that gear in. And whenever we're ready, let's add it in here. Feel that music come in, feel that intensity come in. Bring it up and out into third with me. Keep it at a moderate pace right here. We're gonna speed up our pedal stroke. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Speed it up. If you need to add a little bit of gear, that's okay. Go for it. Come on, keeping our core engaged, keeping those hips back. Strong and powerful legs. Let's go. Stay with me. Come on, almost there. Take those deep breaths, power through. Almost there. More than halfway. Stick it out, finish it out. Right through that finish line. I know it's tough, come on. For 3, 2, 1. Slow it down. You can bring it back to first and take that gear out. Recover a little bit. Head back to that flat road. We've got one more to go. We're more than halfway through this song. Let's add that gear back in. It comes up quick here. And right here, lift it up and out. Speed it up with me, come on. That 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's quick. Let's go, let's work for that break we got. Come on. Stay with me, team. Come on. Keep a light grip on those handlebars, hips back. Finish it out. Finish it out strong with me. I know you're tired, push through, power through. For 3, 2, 1. Slow it down. Head back to first position. You can head back to that flat road. Grab a sip of water. Got a little bit of a longer recovery. Just take those deep breaths. Wipe off that sweat if you need to. We've got another hill right here. Our final hill, actually. Whenever you feel like you've recovered, whenever you feel like you've caught your breath a little bit, you're able to keep going. I want you to meet me on that small hill again. This is a fun hill, it's a fun song, I like to think. So let's go. We're just about 40 seconds in here. Meet me on this small hill. Power through that fatigue here. We're still working, still challenging ourselves. Come on, keep it going. And whenever you're ready, find your way to that moderate hill. It's a little bit tougher. That's okay. We're not afraid of a little bit of a challenge. That's okay. It takes a little bit more of a push and a pull. That's all right. We're just about 95 seconds in. Almost halfway. Come on, you did one before. Let's do another hill. Let's do this last one. Finish it out. Keep it going. I want you to add just a little bit more gear in. We're going to bring it up and out into third position again. Stay here in first with me for a second. I promise we'll bring it up and out. Just do a little bit more of a push in first. Keep it going, come on. Push and pull, strong legs. We're gonna lift it up to third in 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. We're near the top of our hill, not quite there yet. Stay with me. Bring it back down to first. Find the top of that hill and bring it back up. Just a little bit left to go in this song. Let's finish it out. Come on. Stay with me. I'm right there with you. Don't quit now. Almost there. For 3, 2, 1. Sit it back, slowly take that gear out. Head back to that flat road. Catch your breath. We've got our last set of sprints right here. 2 30-second sprints. They're gonna come up quick. Have that gear on. Start to pick up your pace with me. And let's get going. In 3, 2, 1. First sprint, 30 seconds, let's go. Should be quick, it should be strong. Make sure you're in control here. 90 to 110 RPMs. Keep it going. little bit more, you're more than halfway. Finish it out. For 3, 2, 1. Slow it down. Recover. Take those deep breaths. We've got one more sprint coming up. Our second to last working song today. Let's make it good. Since this is your last sprint, I want it to be your best one yet. Try adding in a little bit more gear if you can. Embrace that challenge. Bring that gear back in. Start to accelerate, pick up your pace a little bit. And let's go in 3, 2, 1. Last sprint. Come on, stay with me. Almost there. I know you're tired. Push past that fatigue. Let's go. Relax those shoulders. Fast legs. Keep that core engaged. Finish it out. Come on. Right to the finish line. In 3, 2, 1. Whew. You can take off that gear for a second. We've got our final working song today. Got sweat all in my eyes. Our last working song, we're going to be going up and out into third, and we're going to pick up our pace again. Our last little bit of work, we're going to make it good, all right? Just grab some water quick. And let's start to add that gear on to bring us up and out into third. Whenever you're ready, I want you to meet me up and out. Stay at a moderate pace right here. Keep at that moderate pace. We're not going quick. Just that 1, 2, 1, 2. Feel that beat come in. Feel that intensity come back. We're going to speed it up. In 3, 2, 1. Come on, just a little bit quicker. Even if it's one pedal stroke faster, make that difference. Small difference makes a big change. Come on. Almost there. Finish it out. For 3, 2, 1. Slow it down. You can go back to first position. If you want a little bit of a challenge, try and keep that gear on in between rounds. You can take that gear off if you want. If you need a little bit extra of a recovery. We've got one more of those coming up. Our last 30 seconds of work. And then we're done. Work for that cool down coming up. Make sure you make yourself proud today. Start to add that gear back in. Let's bring it up. Stay at that moderate pace. Keep those hips back. Paddle with those feet flat. Stay with me. Final 30 seconds of work coming up. Let's get going. In 3, 2, 1. Speed it up for me. Let's go. Right till that finish line. You've made it this far. Don't quit now. Let's go. Stick it out. Come on. Come on, almost there. I know you can do this. I know you can finish it strong. For 3, 2, 1. Slow it down. Bring it back to first. Head back to that flat road. Take a deep breath. Slow it down. We're gonna get into our cool down today. Awesome job. You deserve it. You worked for this cool down. I'll give you a second to just let that heart rate fall, catch your breath. Just let those legs pedal out, loosen up. Just pedal with me here. Take that posture break, let that core do a little less work. Stay straight up, trying to get that oxygen in still. Wipe yourself down if you have a towel, if you need to. I don't know about where anyone else is, but it's really humid here today. It's like 80 degrees, which I know it's not the worst of the summer, but at the beginning, when you're not used to it, it's hard. Still taking those deep breaths. Stay with me. All right. We're gonna hop off the bike. Slow down that pedal stroke. And we'll get into our stretches. All right. First thing, let's take a deep inhale. Bring our hands overhead. Fill those lungs up. Exhale out through your mouth. All right. Roll out your wrists a little bit. Release any tension you might have built up. We can roll those shoulders. Release any tension up there. And go forwards, forward and backwards. All right, and we'll start with our calves for our lower body stretches. So if you have a mound at the bottom of your bike or a wall, you can do this against too. Just place the ball of your foot up on the bottom of your bike or on a wall. Step forward with that other foot that you're not stretching. You should feel it back down in the bottom of your leg, back in your calf. Kind of lean forward with it. Hold it for a few seconds, and whenever you're ready, switch. You can, of course, stretch at your own pace. Do whatever is right for you. All right, we'll get into our hamstrings next. So our hamstrings back here. We want to place the heel of our foot on the ground, point our toe up towards the ceiling or the sky. That other leg that we're not stretching can kind of just stay bent. The leg that you are stretching, you want to have a little bit of a bend in the knee to make sure your knee isn't locked, but just make sure you're feeling that stretch in the back here, pushing those hips back, feeling it, feeling the stretch go up our hamstrings. And switch sides whenever you're ready. Feeling it right here. Keeping those hips pushed back. All right, we'll get into our quads next. So for our quads, right here, bring that foot towards your hand, bring that foot back towards your glute. Hold onto the bike for balance if you need to. Got a little bit of a cramp. If you need a little bit of a deeper stretch, try and keep your quads as close together as you can, kind of keeping everything in line. Just one straight line here. And switch sides whenever you are ready. You should feel this in the front of your quads here. Still taking those deep breaths even while we're stretching. right, last we'll get into our glutes on the outside here. So we want to bring one ankle just above our opposite knee, making this 4 shape, kind of sit those hips back and down. Hold onto the bike for balance if you need it. Holding that 4 shape. You should feel it on the outside of your glute here. This stretch is a little bit harder to hold for a longer period of time, so feel free to switch whenever. All right, hold it. All right, and stand it back up whenever you're ready. So we'll take one last deep inhale in through our nose, bring those hands up over our head. All right, and exhale out through your mouth, bringing those hands down. Thank you guys so much for watching today. If you came in and participated, you can always come check out the playlist too. You'll see I have a million cycle playlists. Make sure to check out our live stream classes. I will be live streaming Mondays and Thursdays, and you can find the link for that in IMLeagues. You can find all the links for all the classes in IMLeagues. And yeah, thank you so much, and I will see everyone soon.